What about you, sir? Do you think the colored students will show up?
If I got anything to do with it, they won't show up. Well, I think it's a breaking point of the school integration. I just don't feel that they have a right to go to school.
National Park Service, U.S. Department of the Interior. Little Rock Central High School National Historical Site. This is the gas station, and in 1957 all the reporters hung out when the governor sent in the National Guard to keep the Little Rock Nine out of school.
This is Central High School, Little Rock, Arkansas. Troops, which for nearly 3 weeks lined the sidewalk here in front of the high school, under orders to keep the colored students out, have been replaced now. And their orders to comply with the law, which means let the Negro students in if they come in.
We were Terrence Roberts, Jefferson Thomas, Thelma Mothershed, Elizabeth Eckford, Ernest Green, Carlotta Walls, Melba Patillo, Minnie Jean Brown, and Gloria Ray.
This is where the only payphone they had around, so this is where they hung out. I was talking to a park ranger earlier this morning, and he said this was the only place they had a phone. That's why they were here until they cut down the phone line and somehow made use of it to get more out of it. And that's when it went national, and they broke in on the news 11 times in one day. And that's when President Eisenhower got involved. And he sent the 101st Airborne troops down here to make sure that kids got into school. This was sold in 1970, but bought, I'm not quite sure who he said bought it, but it was bought and then put on the national record, so it couldn't be owned or anything done with. Here's the back part of the school. We're gonna walk down and see the front. This sidewalk here is part of the walk to the school. The first time they tried to get in, park ranger called it walking the gauntlet. And this is when the governor removed the National Guard and the kids tried to go in for the first time on their own. And all your white supremacists or segregationists showed up, spitting on them. And at the end down here is a bench where Elizabeth sat. I haven't seen any of this. This is my first time walking through here, so we're seeing this at the same time. And there's the front of the school. It's still a school today. There are tours, but they won't let you in due to COVID. Before, you could go in the main hallways and while school was in, but obviously not right now. Here's a plaque on the corner where the bus stop is, the bench that Elizabeth Eckford sat at. I want students to realize the power in their words. You can bring change by supporting someone who is being harassed. You can ensure others know they aren't despised due to different characteristics that simply do not matter, including race. It is important to know that you can be a hero to others by supporting them. It's my hope that no one will have to carry the burden of racism ever again. Elizabeth Eckford, the worst first day. And this is the bus stop bench, not the, but this is where it was, that she came to after she walked the gauntlet getting spat on. And the mob more or less got out of hand, so she ran across the street here. This was a drugstore, and they shut the door and locked it on her. is what I was told by one of the rangers this morning. A lot of these trees have grown up since then. So I believe they sent in 1,000 troops, and the students are escorted to their classes all day, every day. Governor Bill Clinton and the Little Rock Nine all met here. I'll insert that photo. But this is where all that mayhem and chaos took place in September 1957. The whole ordeal lasted 3 weeks. Daisy Bates was the head of the NAACP during that time. Her grave is down the street on 12th Street. We were there this morning. That video will even come out before this one or shortly after. It'll be the next one. It's already been done. I just gotta make it up. So if we come over here, this is the shot between the front of the school there. Like I said, those trees are obscuring the view now, but right over here to the left is that gas station where all the reporters hung out. That was their view. They had a good view. And it is hot out here today. Across the street over here is a memorial. We'll go check that out. We're just going to do one continuous shot. There's that Magnolia gas station right there. It's real quiet around here. I didn't know that it was National Park Service. Had basic control over it. Central High Museum Incorporated Commemorative Garden Donors. So there's a list of donors on each side. There's another list. Across the street there, that's the visitor center. National Historical Site Visitor Center, and there's a lot of interactive stuff in there, and a gift shop, and so they put 9 benches in here, symbolizing the 9 students. There's 1, 2, 3, and the rest are on the other side of these columns. And those are the 9 benches, so we did a quick walkthrough. Short little history lesson, not in much detail. If you want to know more, you can look that up and read about it. We'll catch you in the next video.